Don in London, hello, November 16th, 2009. My video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. My substance addiction, alcohol, my behaviour, workaholic, relationshipaholic, anyholic. Caught up in the obsession of gathering things to fill the gap inside me. It could be people, places and things. And I hesitate to say, but maybe trying to keep them prisoner in some shape or form. The more I collected, the more I thought I felt I was okay. And work drove me, trying to be right in relationships drove me mad. And behind that, a fear, probably of not being good enough, feeling less than other people, wondering if I wasn't perfect, how would you want to know me? And the gift these days is simply knowing that if I'm making progress and living life to the best I can, taking consideration of not only myself but everyone who is in my life, then I have a better chance of making one day in my life work, and that's today. So what's the gift of sobriety? Learning how to live one day at a time, simply one day. And for me, the moment of clarity where I started to realise what did I need to do to try and find what is sober life again, was realising I couldn't do it on my own. So the gift for me was family, community, professionals, kept me alive long enough to get that moment of clarity. One of many rock bottom experiences, and believe you me, they didn't just stop when I stopped drinking. There were still more rock bottoms to come, but that's just life. And then the introduction to a fellowship called Alcoholics Anonymous, and not a very good start for me. It took me a while to understand that AA, a fellowship of men and women, was simply there to try and help me keep sober, to be a part of something, to be included, to relearn how to have a better attitude, better behaviour, if you like, to make life work, or to live life so it does work. So, AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, I don't speak for it, never can, never will, never want to, because it's full of unique, authentic people who can speak for themselves where they choose. And that is most important. And that word anonymity is, for me, very, very important. Anonymity provides the sanctuary for us to find our truth. And truth for me is the absolute spiritual connection to now. So, what is AA? I share about it here, but I don't share specifically. I share how it helps me on a daily basis. This is the statement of intent that is shared at every meeting. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And in that final sentence where it says our primary purpose is to stay sober, there are 12 steps of action in a 12-step action program which works daily to improve our life experience. So the 12 steps of AA are there to improve our attitude and behaviour, or to change our attitude and behaviour so life improves. Simple as that. And the magic of that is that we are self-healing through fellowship, where we are healing ourselves and improving our choices, being in good company, included in a fellowship which knows and understands. And that is from the newcomer to AA, who is dealing with the immediate effects of stopping drinking, through to people who've been decades sober. So we all play our part, and that part is equal. Nobody's bigger or smaller than anybody else, and everybody has a message of experience, strength and hope. So, my message is no greater or smaller than anybody else's. And it's a bit contrary to the anonymity principle, inasmuch as I understand anonymity provides sanctuary to find our spiritual truth, and many consider anonymity to be the spiritual foundation of the fellowship, and that's okay too. We learn what is right for each of us, and it's not for me to judge or to persuade anybody to my point of view. I just share what I know works for me. That sounds a bit egotistical, but I can only make of life what it is and what I can do. So, having said that, I do share the literature of AA because it helps me on a daily basis to find my spiritual centre, the truth of now. And it works. It simply works. So, daily reflections for today is 1 page a day. Each step is covered in each month. So, November is all about step 11, prayer and meditation. And it says here on November 16th. November 16th, a daily reprieve. What we really have is a daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. And for me, spiritual condition means the truth of now. Maintaining my spiritual condition is like working out every day, planning for the marathon, swimming, laps, jogging. It's staying in good shape spiritually, and that requires prayer and meditation. The single most important way for me to improve my conscious contact with a higher power is to pray and meditate. I am powerless over alcohol as I am to turn back the waves of the sea. No human force had the power to overcome my alcoholism. Now I am able to breathe the air of joy, happiness and wisdom. I have the power to love and react to events around me with the eyes of the faith in things that are not readily apparent. My daily reprieve means that no matter how difficult or painful things appear today, I can draw on the power of the program to stay liberated from my cunning, baffling and powerful illness. And what does the cunning, baffling, powerful illness do to me? It puts me back in a place of fear, putting on a brave face and ego. And in the steps there are step 6, which is all about removing our defects of character. Well, I've never really understood how I can remove them on my own, but with a bit of faith, courage and confidence. That's step 7. Those are my shortcomings. So defects, too much fear, too much brave facing, too much ego. And on the other hand, shortcomings, not enough courage, faith or confidence. So if I improve my courage, faith and confidence by being included and responding to life and knowing when I'm in a pickle or in difficult situations or painful situations, I can rely on friends in fellowship to give me some more advice or support, even though the pain may not go away quickly. Then at least I have a chance to keep life working in the moment. All good as long as we are aware of what is happening to us. And it's a daily program, a daily reprieve. And the gift of all of this, we just make one day possible to live life experience and learn from it. So when I look in As Bill Sees It for today, page 260, Inward Reality, it is being constantly revealed as mankind studies the material world that its outward appearance is not inward reality at all. The prosaic steel girder is a mass of electrons whirling around each other at incredible speed, and these tiny bodies are governed by precise laws. Science tells us so. We have no reason to doubt it. When, however, the perfectly logical assumption is suggested that infinitely beyond the material world as we see it, there is an all-powerful guiding creative intelligence, our perverse streak comes to the surface and we set out to convince ourselves that this isn't so. Were our connection true, it would follow that life originated out of nothing, means nothing and proceeds nowhere. Well, yes. So science can explain a lot, but it cannot necessarily explain the inner human spirit and how we keep on learning and learning and learning if we have our eyes and our senses open to what is going on around us. So when I share the serenity prayer to acceptance, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It is just very simply for today.